Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today I have Adam Lambert with us. He's the co-founder of Be the Wellness. So welcome to the show, Adam.
Thanks, man. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you on. We'll dive into the first question. The first question I have for you, Adam, is what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Well, best is always a tricky term, but the one I cranked up for this was when I work for the fire department as well, and in my first year as a firefighter, I got burned on a wildland fire. Poor communication, a bunch of things just went wrong, and I got caught in a bad spot and ended up with second-degree burns on the side of my face. And everything that came out of that learning experience has really cemented like the underlying ethic in the way that I do business. It's all about having a plan. It's all about knowing what that plan is, making sure that the plan is communicated and then executed properly, and having a backup to the backup.
And what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Nutrition is absolutely nuanced and individual. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to this whole thing.
And what is your best piece of overall business advice, so not necessarily industry specific?
But be authentic. You have to be who you are, and when you are, you'll attract those who want your business.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
You don't know who you are yet, and it's going to take some time to figure it out. So in that time, don't let anybody put you in a box.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
So I think realizing that you're going to die, and I mean, obviously everybody kind of knows that, but really taking some stock of what that means is absolutely the key. Realizing you're going to die and then getting your arms around what that means, it's going to give you a chance to take things less seriously and really just enjoy the moments in the day.
And what's the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
So kind of along those lines, Denial of Death by Ernest Becker is my all-time favorite book. And the real takeaway there is that nobody has this figured out, this life thing. And when it comes to the key to happiness, it's the fact that you're going to die.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
A rising tide lifts all boats, because at the end of the day, this really isn't a zero-sum game.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for coming on, man. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
BeTheWellness.com and Instagram, Be The Wellness.
Perfect, man. Thank you again. We appreciate it.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.